I'm here. What is up, Broken Army? Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Hoodoo Unleashed. Behold, this is the day that the Lord hath made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday, a wonderful start to your week. And I know some of you are like, well, Prophet, you did not upload yesterday. You promised us daily uploads. What happened to yesterday? Well, truthfully, guys, I am a little under the weather. Y'all know, those of you who've been rocking with me for a while know that every time around this time this year, every year around this time, rather, I start, to get a little bit under the weather, sinuses, stuff like that. This was no different. This year was no different. All right, so I was knocked down a little bit yesterday, and I know you're like, Prophet, you look like your normal, ruggedly handsome, radiant self, and all I can say is I know. But looks can be deceiving. I don't really feel the best, but I'm like, hey, got to get out here and do stuff because I had to get out and do some things. I'm going to show you guys later. Guys, this is going to be a very, very short video because I just want to touch bases with you. I told you I would do videos answering questions that you guys posed to me. And I'm going to do one this way. And then if you guys are good, if y'all are good about smashing that like button, okay, if y'all are good, I'm going to release another video tonight. But anyway, someone asked if I would elaborate on a comment that I made. That's what their question to me was, for me to elaborate on a comment that I made about how I feel that today people are running to spirituality in order to run away from their mental health. And yeah, absolutely. That's something. And I don't like doing ranting videos. Maybe I did a while ago, but now I don't like doing it. So I'll try to make this a conversation, albeit one-sided, but maybe you can go back and forth in the comments in this video. But before that, I'm up on the weather. You guys, I know, are sitting there like, well, Prophet, what does a root man do when he's sick? I sit my tail down. That's why y'all don't see me yesterday. I take meds, Tylenol, flu, and cold. And I hydrate, drink plenty of water. Water. I drank Crystal Light. And I know, y'all like, but you didn't take honey and apple cider vinegar? And no, guys, this is a spiritual tradition, but I try to introduce as much common sense into it as possible. Guys, I know white willow bark tea is great for aches and pains and colds. You know why? Because white willow bark tea contains aspirin. You don't think that our ancestors, if given the choice between drinking a gallon of that putrid tea or taking 2 little tablets, they would absolutely have taken the tablets. Guys, just use a little common sense. But anyway, I digress. I'm getting grumpy. I apologize, guys. When I don't feel good, I get cranky. So maybe I shouldn't do this video, and screw it. I'm already invested now. So anyway, I say that people run to spirituality nowadays in order to run from their mental health. Now, I'm not talking about the overtly, unstable people, which there are some. But what I mean is people nowadays are using spirituality as a scapegoat to explain away their own either mental or emotional deficiencies. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, back in the day, whenever someone of their own free will and accord did something that was wrong, either legally, morally, or both, they was, oh, the devil made me do it. Well, now that people are awakening to different spiritual practices, Santeria, Lukumi, Palo Mayombe, Hoodoo, Voodoo, whatever, now they're using that to explain away their issues. It's easier nowadays to say that someone has hexed me and won't allow me to have a stable relationship than for a lot of folks to admit that, you know what, I keep acting the same negative and toxic ways in my relationships, and that's why they end. It is easier for people to say, you know, Prophet, I feel I have a generational curse on me, than to admit that, you know what, I saw certain behaviors in my grandparents that weren't healthy, and then one of my parents did the same thing, and now I'm doing the same thing because that behavior was normalized to me early on, and I have not yet learned to not do it. People are blaming things on the Orisha. They're blaming things on the Lawa. They're blaming things on the Impungo because, unfortunately, in today's, we're all just one big happy fest kumbaya world. Everything is accepted except accountability. Nobody wants to accept that anymore. I know it's a bitter pill to swallow at times. It is. So that's why y'all see me say so often, you got to do the work on this side. You can't just magic your way out of everything. Hell, if I taught half of y'all how to levitate, you wouldn't take another step with your own 2 feet in your life ever again. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. You know it. So you have to start doing more over here on this side. The spirits will do their part, but you have to start doing more. You got to give them more to work with. But also, listen, everyone is so special now. Y'all know what I mean. Everyone is so special now that, you know, you want to always protect your energy, but protect your sanity. Protect your sanity. Realize your flaws, because we all have them, myself included, and work towards them day by day. See, the goal of learning a spiritual practice is not to get as much magic as possible, which, I mean, that's a byproduct, sure, but it's also to learn when to use it. See, that's what the elders taught way back in the day. It wasn't how to do root work all the time. Most of the time it was when should I do root work. We all have encountered a hater, and then we tell folks, oh, you know what? I wouldn't waste a candle on that person. Well, what are you wasting candles on right now? You're wasting candles on somebody who said clearly they do not want you. You are wasting candles on money, but you are sitting on the sofa all day, every day. How the money gonna get to you? Y'all think it's gonna magically just poof and drop through the ceiling? No. You have to match the energy physically with the energy you're putting out spiritually. If anything, any kind of magical practice is about balance. You got to balance it out. Whew. Now, there are some crazy folks out there who say, well, you know, now I have heard this literally, and y'all don't laugh. If you laugh, you're going to hell. Someone told me, all this time, Prophet, I thought that those voices in my head meant that I was crazy. I never knew they were spirits. But yeah, I mean, it sounds far-fetched, but no, it happens. Guys, look, spirituality is meant to enhance our lives. I gotta go prop up against this fence pole here. Make sure ain't nothing in there to bite me. All right, spirituality is meant to enhance our lives, not become it. Okay, now I'm going over to Bigo and edit this video, and I'm going to rant and rave about some of y'all out here cosplaying as spiritual workers. Y'all don't actually want to be spiritual workers. You just want to belong to a community, and so you cosplay as spiritual workers sitting around. I made a video, I don't know if y'all remember, I made a video on like a hexing work, and someone commented below the video, you guys must be careful, this is a baneful working. And I'm like, who talks like that? God, y'all be weird sometimes. In the spiritual community, not the broken army. We the cool kids. But some of these folks out here just weird. This is a baneful. Who talks like that? Out here cosplaying as spirituality. If you don't know what cosplaying is, right? Y'all know little kids dress up as their favorite superhero or villain for Halloween. They wear a costume. Well, a bunch of adults decided, hey, I'm adult. I can do what I want. I'm grown. I want to wear this stuff, you know, whenever I want to, which is their right. They can. And some of this is pretty cool, I admit. But don't cosplay as spirituality. This is real. This is legitimate, and the spirits and ancestors don't appreciate it. So stop going out here painting your fingernails all black, change your name to Ravencrow Storm Feather and stuff, and making stuff, you know, on the internet like, oh, I'm a root worker now. No, you're not. You're a cosplayer. Cut it out. I may not upload this because I am cranky. And this has nothing to do with y'all. I just get this way when I'm sick. I'll put it out there anyway. I mean, shoot. No one ever said that being spiritual meant that you were light and fluffy all the time. Y'all know I'm not. So, heck. I'm going to put this video out. Man, I love y'all. Broken Army. Y'all are awesome. Those of you who were there for the last live with Mr. J, I appreciate those of you who donated. I'm going to show you what I did because I actually... let me show y'all. I got to go through a fence, so I got to cut the camera. But when me and Mr. J were digging the trench where the well has to connect to the new dwelling, we hit this rock. And I think I told y'all, this rock was huge. And I decided to repurpose it as an outdoor altar. And I said, what better way to, thank the folks than to use this outdoor altar for them. And I'll also be using it for Sunday prayer requests. Ms. White, I got you. Sunday prayer requests are coming back. As a matter of fact, they're back. Every Sunday, guys, I'm taking prayer requests. Myself, Mr. J, will pray for you. All right. But let me get across this fence, and then I'm going to show you what I did with the altar. All right, guys, here you go. Here is my repurposed rock outdoor altar. Those of you who donated, thank you so much. And you see you have petition papers and lights set for each and every one of you. And the rest of you, hey, you are still there with us every Sunday, free prayer requests. All right, guys, so as you can see, you've got that set up, and it's going to get a lot of use. It's going to get a lot of use. But guys, just to wrap this thing up, hey, spirituality is awesome. Like I said, I've been doing this for over 30 years, right? But what I found is I've got to do my part. They're going to get tired of me coming to them to clean up a mess that I continuously make, and they're not going to take me blaming them or blaming spirituality, the spiritual system that I practice, for my own errors. And you got to learn to forgive yourself. It's okay to admit that, yeah, I've been the toxic one. I need to stop. And it's hard to stop. And it's okay that if you have other things going on, to talk to somebody. It is cool. It doesn't mean you don't have as much faith in your spirits. It doesn't mean you don't have as much trust in your spirituality. It just means that you are being a balanced person, and that is what it's all about. Just being balanced. Being half spiritual and half physical, which we are. We are not, bodies with spirits. We are spirits with bodies, and they both got to be fed equally. All right, y'all, let me take my sick, grumpy self inside. I'm editing this video. Some of y'all, if you come over to Bigo, y'all got a sneak peek. All right, thank y'all so much. God bless.